It's a lot to take in this morning. Disgraced actor and comedian Bill Cosby is waking up in jail a day after being sentenced to 3 to 10 years in a Pennsylvania prison, months after he was convicted of drugging and sexually assaulting Andrea Constand back in 2004. The 81-year-old led away in handcuffs after a judge ruled he is a sexually violent predator. Kristen Gibbons-Fedden was the prosecutor in the case. She joins me now. Kristen, you were the one who went to Andrea Constand 3 years ago. Has justice been served? Did you think this day would happen when you started working on all of this, especially given what a superstar, an icon Bill Cosby was?
It's interesting that you asked that question. When we decided to charge Bill Cosby, and when I spoke with Andrea and met her and saw how steadfast she was, how brave, how courageous she was, I knew that regardless of the result, justice would be served. Her message would be set forth, her story would be told, and she would be able to confront Bill Cosby as the sexual predator that he was when he sexually assaulted and drugged her that night.
Did the Me Too movement have an impact on this trial?
Well, during the voir dire process, all of the jurors were asked if they could remain fair and impartial and put anything that they may have heard about the Me Too movement to the side. And I do believe that they were able to do that. But in terms of the support and the advocacy that she received, Andrea Constand received in the public's eye, I think it had definitely a significant impact in that regard.
And do you think it's going to have an impact on women speaking out moving forward? I say this because I know it's a completely different situation, but here we are with the Supreme Court Justice nominee Brett Kavanaugh. He has accusers, and our own president is repeating these narratives of, I don't know, were people drunk? It was a long time ago. Where were her loving parents? Which is the opposite of what Me Too is trying to do.
Absolutely. I think the Me Too movement is dynamic, and even though there are going to be some people who are going to continue to assassinate the character of these sexual assault victims and
more
survivors.
Than some people, some of the most powerful people in the world.
Absolutely, and that's going to remain. But you know what? Now, these survivors have a community and they have support. And with the conviction of Bill Cosby, they now know that justice can be served, that justice can prevail.
And again, I know they're very different situations, but tomorrow when Brett Kavanaugh's accuser, Dr. Christine Blasey Ford, is going to be questioned, they're now bringing in a sex crimes specialist, a woman who has decades of experience. What's your opinion on that?
You know, as accomplished as a prosecutor can be, as much experience as they have, there's nothing to be said about the constraints, that time. When you want to really go through and do a thorough investigation to determine the facts, to determine the truth of what happened, you need time. You need time. And if you are constrained and you're not able to live up to your accomplishments and actually do the job that you're out to see, then it doesn't matter how much accomplishments you have behind your belt.
Then is due process taking place here, seeing that it is just Christine Ford and it is just Brett Kavanaugh? We're not subpoenaing Mark Judge. There is no FBI investigation. Can she actually do her job here?
You know, due process is the opportunity to be heard. And I admire Dr. Ford, given this constrained process, coming forward under these constraints, being scrutinized in the public eye and also for the Judiciary Committee. Excuse me. Can due process occur under these settings? It's going to remain to be seen. But what I hope is that the prosecutor has the ability to kind of go through all of the facts and be able to go through a thorough investigation, which I don't believe she's going to be able to with this time frame.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.